Merry Christmas. I've got to share this. Oh, I got the wrong glasses on again. You know you're getting old when. There we go. Merry Christmas, everybody. Now I'm going to share this because I just went live. And let's share this again. And one more time with messages. Hey, how's it going? Now let me pull it up on my, whoops. Let me pull it up on my computer screen here. Okay. Yes, I'm still sick. But it's ridiculously, it is ridiculously, how it's ridiculous.
This is your last chance to take advantage.
Give me a second here, folks. This is your last chance. Don't talk to me like that. Not on Christmas Eve. Okay, let's pop out the live chat. Okay, and hit F11 that. And now I can shut it off here. There we go. Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas. How's it going? Let's just move this just a little bit like that. So I look more in the center here when I'm really not. My phone's kind of like this. Let's see if we can't just do this just a little bit. There we go. Who cares? Merry Christmas, everybody. It's no secret. Excuse me. It's no secret that we had our Christmas on Saturday. It's also no secret that... what day of the week is this? Is this Tuesday? Yeah, it's yes, and it's no there's no it's no secret that on Sunday after we dropped Briar off, I started coming down with a sore throat and plugged sinuses. Unfortunately, can't stay. Gotta go and snow blows so I can get my car out in the morning. Okay, darling. You be safe, okay? Hey, Dave. Okay, I'll say hi to everybody with tummy troubles. Oh, Corey, how was your grandmother's celebration of life or the you did lay her to rest this week, right? So, but here's the difference. Briar's been sick for a month, okay? And yesterday, he phoned and said, oh, I feel great now, right? I said, yeah, you gave it to me. And then he phoned me today and said, oh, I'm really sick. It's my throat and sinuses now. And I went, oh, okay, so it wasn't you who gave it to me. It was 40 today and melting. Well, you know, we had a little bit of snow last night. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Yeah, I got a cold and I can't sing worth crap. So, but the thing is my immune system, my wonderfully uninterfered with immune system, just to say that, kicks in really fast. They say in normal time, it's 3 days coming, 3 days there, 3 days going. Well, on Friday, I was kind of off my food a little bit. It's not that I was nauseated or anything. I just wasn't fussy on food. The only thing I really craved were clementines. And yes, I bought another bag today. And then Saturday, you know, we had the ham dinner and everything, and I made breakfast, and I had some egg, like a slab of egg on toast with a piece of bacon, but I gave the crust to Gracie, right? And then when it came to the ham dinner, I just had a little bit of coleslaw and about this much of a piece of ham, but not thick. And so I should have realized then, but I thought it might have been just me making sure everything was going on and then I was tired. But obviously I was coming down with something because on Sunday, see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days coming. Sunday, we're 15 minutes from dropping Briar off. And I said, you know, what's amazing to me is everybody in this house, in our house was sick, like with either runny noses or or you know what I mean? Or Nan was just on antibiotics. On Friday, they put her on antibiotics. So we probably got it all from Nan. And only Howie, Karen, and I were actually 100%, right? And I said that to Briar. I said, all you folks there got the flu shots and all that stuff, right? And yet we're the ones who didn't get sick. And normally we get sick at the end of October, beginning of November, right? Didn't get sick this year. We drop them off. 15 minutes later, I said, geez, my throat feels a little funny. And then I went like this and my glands were starting to swell. And I looked at Howie and he said, you spoke too soon, didn't you? But the thing is, that was Sunday. Okay? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days coming. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Sick 3 days. So for the next 3 days, it's on its way. It's now, as of if you go by 24 hours in jumps of 24 hours, it's on its way out. My immune system rocks. So Merry Christmas. I've had 2 flu shots in my life. And one gave me Bell's palsy, but we didn't attribute it to the flu shot because I'd had the flu shot and the Bell's palsy showed up like within 12 hours. And we thought that the doctors thought I'd had a stroke and they sent me but it wasn't. Now it was the flu shot. And then I had another flu shot and it turned into, I ended up getting bronchitis, bronchial pneumonia. It was really bad. So I don't take flu shots, man. I don't do that shit. So, I'm going to tell everybody to say hi while I go and use the powder room. And now I got to ask you something before we do that. What do you think? My bifocals are getting pretty scratched up and I need a new prescription. What do you think if I use these frames for bifocals? What do you think? I want your honest opinion when you're saying hi. Everybody say hi. I'll be right back. I would love to play some music for you, but they would demonetize this video. But I'm going to see how my throat is and we'll see. Okay? Oi! Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Might need a cup. Might need to sip my tea. Ouch. Oops. Those are computer glasses. I also have another pair that I bought that were regular glasses for like driving, but I have a bum. That would make better bifocals, and these are my prescription for my computer glasses. Ow! Oh! The only person that did not get was also the only person who was not. Yeah, I get it, Jean. But I'm not allowed to talk about that out loud, right? Okay, let's pop out the participants list and say hello to Angela M. Oh my, I have a boil, a little boil on my bottom, right where my underwear elastic, ow, hits. Oh, Oh, Angela M. Aloha Seashell Melikilikimaka. Christine Schramm, Corey Sieg, up on Cripple Creek, Dave I do believe you're in Arizona, right? Debbie Altman, Donna Stafford, Edie Murray, hi, darling. Aaron M. Flavina, Derek, Grandpa Paul, hi, Grandpa. Grizzly Lee, grrr, happy guy Jack, Janet Fitton, Jean Milne, AC, Kathy A. Savato, Kathy Pinkstaff, it's gotta be Kay Dean, Lisa Brown, Maria Stewart, Michelle Maria, Our Journey Homestead, Phoebe Long, and Small Town Shanty. Merry Christmas, everybody who's already here and just joining us. Dottie May, hello, Small Town Shanty. Phoebe Long, Yeehaw Junction. Yeehaw Junction. Serenity, hi, darling. I've still got my cold, but it's on its way out. It's on its way out. I gotta tell you. Okay. Now we're not going to say, but everybody knows what this is, right? This is how I medicate, and it's decarbed herb, right? So anyway, Howie and I went to Home Depot today because we had our Christmas on Saturday. And so we just decided, hi, Journey, just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. Sounds like my kind of place. 2 gas stations, 1 traffic light, 32 miles each way. Wow. Hey, Jennifer Harris. So anyway, Howie and I went to Home Depot today. Yes, there's going to be a video, not at Home Depot. But one point when Nan was using the in-law suite downstairs for a couple of months here and there at a time, she brought a whole bunch of apartments. She basically filled it with an apartment. And there was a water cooler. And the water cooler leaked. And we didn't know it, and it leaked until the whole thing went down. Now, we have a thing under our floor, under the subfloor, that if water gets under there, it goes, the floor is gently angled, the concrete underneath is gently angled to pull water away into like a catchment and release system kind of thing. Really well done. But the problem is we have floating flooring down there, right? You know how we just replaced the floor in the family room downstairs, right? So, hey, Judy, Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas Eve, Jennifer. So the problem is we bought the flooring, the aspenite or whatever it is that goes for the subfloor. It's press board. And no matter how good or expensive the press board is, it is not 5/8 plywood and does not stand up underwater. So one day, when I'm downstairs and I go to walk in the bathroom, because I do go downstairs occasionally. I just can't do it all the time, right? But I do go down there when we have company like Nan who's sleeping in my room. I go downstairs, sleep with Howie, right? Hey, Celeste. Hey, Lori. Golden Twine. Merry Christmas. So anyway, one day I was walking and the floor went roar in the hallway between the kitchenette and the bathroom. And apparently, okay, the press board rotted. And so the floor was caving in because the subfloor, the plywood, whatever it was rotten. So we went to Home Depot today. And Howie, remember how, I don't know if you guys were saying when he did the floor downstairs, he had 1 extra sheet of plywood, right? And he said he was going to use it in his shop. No, that's not where it's going. It's good flooring 5/8 plywood, right? So we went to Home Depot today. And I spent my Christmas money. I had $500 Christmas money that I actually aligned for myself. I had been saving up. I gave Howie 500 and me 500 for ourselves. I spent my Christmas money on linoleum. And what Howie's going to do, and he's got to rip up that subflooring, and apparently there's a bit of mold on the joists. And we bought this really powerful stuff that you can spray it and it kills it. Do not spray black mold with bleach. Okay? That can actually make it more toxic. Right? It makes it all white and everything nice, but it can actually make it more toxic. Please do your research. All right. So I went through the whole section of the cleaning stuff, and I got this mold and mildew killer just to make sure. And he's going to spray all that just to make sure if there's any that we can't see, that it will be killed. And then he's going to lay the plywood and pull up all the floating flooring in the kitchenette and the hallway and the bathroom if we have enough. And we got a 12 by 10 roll of, it looks like wood floating flooring linoleum. Only it's smarter for the kitchenette, bathroom, and hallway, right? So he's actually working on that. And there's going to be a video coming. But that's where anyway, I got to tell you, back to the trunk of the story. So everybody, like I said, knows that, I put medicine in that tea stick, and I have it with my tea when I'm sick or when I'm in pain, which is all the friggin' time. Anyway, so I use the electric cart when I'm in Walmart, which is rare, but in Walmart, Home Depot, anywhere there's an electric cart, I will use it if I can. And Home Depot's a big store, so I got the electric cart, and away we went, and we got some 2x4s, and we got our roll of flooring, and we got our bucket of the glue, and we got the strip that's going to connect the floating flooring with the linoleum, and all that stuff, right? And Howie goes out he said, I'll pick you up at this door, because I stopped to pay for it and get the receipt and everything. And I go out to the construction area guys where they could pull up with their trucks and everything. That's where we go out, right? That's where Howie parks. So I said to the young lads out there who are there, if anybody needs help loading their vehicles or anything, I said, do you mind if I leave this cart here? And one of you guys can drive it back. And they go, yeah. And I'm telling you, my knees are just not letting me get off. So I took, and they're looking at me like really concerned. The one young lad's about 22, and the other one's about 20, and one's got a beard. But I mean, they look like they could be my grandsons or my kids, right? So they're watching me. You all right? And as I'm trying to get off the cart, I stop for a minute because I got my butt out, like my feet out, and I'm gonna hoist myself up. And I looked at them. And I said, boys, getting old. And you meet Granny with her bun and her cat ears or her little thing and her glasses and her purse and this little old granny, gray-haired granny. And I said, son, boys, getting old sucks. I said, turning 60, sucks when you got no knees. And they said, I bet. And then I pulled this out. I said, and I pulled this out because it was in my purse. Loaded, ready to go in my Tim Hortons cup. And I said, but ever since they made this stuff legal, I said, I never go home. I never leave anywhere without it. And they looked at me. I said, yeah, decarb it, put it in a tea stick. It's ready for your Tim Hortons. And the one young lad bent double. He was laughing so hard, he couldn't make noise. That kind of laugh? And his buddy said, oh, you just made his day. And I said, why? And he said, because I can guarantee he wants you for his grandma. I started to laugh. And I said, boys, I was born in the 60s. And that was like, oh, Merry Christmas, Granny lady. No. So it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. So, oh my goodness. So it was like Merry Christmas. And then so that was $333 and change. And then we ordered Chinese food. We ordered $90 for the Chinese. Not that we don't have a 3 pounds or so of ham left in the fridge. And actually, I froze the leftover rice. Right? I got leftover spaghetti from last week that's going to have to go to the dog because I'm sure it's crusty. I didn't put a lid on it or whatever. But we just got so much leftover food from the weekend. And I looked at how, and yesterday, or Sunday, when we dropped Briar off, I went to the butcher shop. There went another $50. So here's all my Christmas money. That was just for me, right? I bought flooring and 2x4s and glue, Chinese food. But on Sunday, after we dropped Briar off, I said, and I looked it up on my phone and I hit go on the Google Maps. I said, here, we're going to the butcher. And Howie looked at me and I went, yeah, baby, T-bones. But I was already starting to feel sick. So I walked into the butcher, bought 2 T-bone steaks. So between the Chinese food, the T-bone steaks, and the basement project, I'm broke. I'm flat broke. I'm not asking for money. I'm just saying it's money well spent. So tonight, we ate the egg rolls on our way home, and we had Chinese food for supper. And yesterday, we came home on Sunday. I put the steaks to marinate in avocado oil and a little bit of lemon juice mixed in and some steak spices and put plastic over it and put it in the fridge. Well, that marinated till supper last night. This steak and baked potato sour cream. Ho, 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 ho. You know what? This is the best Christmas we've ever had that we can think of. There's been really almost no stress whatsoever. Is nobody talking, or is everybody just listening to me talk, or is my chat broke? Is my chat broke? Uh-oh, wait a second. Okay, so yeah. And everybody knows. Hey, Danny love, my Danny love, I need you. Oh, how I need your love. I can still sing when I'm sick. I just can't do it very well. Hey, Joan, Merry Christmas. Hey, Donna. I made ham today for Matt and I. Tomorrow we're going to his sister's. They have surf and turf for Christmas. That sounds like Arthur's bio dad, Donnie. They used to have, drove Arthur nuts. They have lobster for Christmas. Because when he went to his bio dad's to live when he was 14, it was total culture shock for him when it came to things like Christmas. He'd never seen a tree that was decorated with white lights and nothing but white and gold and clear ornaments. And he had never seen, his dad would say, okay, look at that bag, make sure I got you the right presents, the games you wanted and stuff. He said, Mom, it didn't matter if it was socks. You made sure we didn't know what was in the package, right? So I said, these are things you learn because you don't realize that traditions spread throughout a family. I don't think I know anybody who has just white lights on a Christmas tree in my family. Right? And if they do, happy Hanukkah too. Hey, Joe Mama, Janet Pickett. And it's Chanukah, eh? Because every 25 years or so, because Hanukkah never falls on the same date, Hanukkah this year and Christmas are coinciding of the Christmas Eve or Christmas Day and the lighting of the first Hanukkah, the menorah, right? So they call it Chanukah. Some people call it Festivus. Cooking gumbo. Doris, we've been eating on a couple of hams that our church family gave us. Wow, that's awesome. Hey, Nat, Karen Belair. Dinner and gifts for 13. Oh, you must be exhausted, honey. See, I'm not. I had Chinese food for supper. I went shopping today and bought, useful things and we had Christmas on Saturday. And I said to Howie, if given our druthers from now on, if we can, we will do our Christmas the weekend before every time. Why? A, we're first. B, it's just convenient for everybody. Everybody cannot be at the grandparents' house. There's more than one set of there's 3 sets. Bubba's got 3 sets of grandparents. Okay, he's got 3 sets of grandparents. He's got Peepaw and Meemaw out in New Brunswick. He's got Granny and Granddad here in Quebec, and he's got Grandma and Grandpa in Ontario. So, like, I can be selfish all I want and want my family here at Christmas, but guess what? If we can get them all here the weekend before, bing, bang, boom. Let's go shopping, Daddy. It's been awesome. Hey, Terry Boivin, Merry Christmas. How's it going? Hey, Renita, Merry Christmas. Grandma Teresa. Da Moose. Now, Da Moose, I gotta ask, are you Canadian? And are you in the eastern provinces like New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, that kind of thing? Because anytime I see moose, it's there. It's in my head. Because when we first, Christina Rubino, hi, darling. When we first moved to Quebec, hey, Michelle, I started seeing moose crossing signs like beware, be careful, there's moose. And we've lived here now for 22 years. Oh God, no. In this summer, it's going to be 24 years we've lived in Quebec. And every time we would go somewhere like towards Montreal or head out to New Brunswick to take Arthur to his dad's or whatever, you started seeing these, the deer crossing signs. Well, they were exciting when we first moved to the country, but these moose crossing signs were new to me, right? Hey, Michelle, rhubarb pie, happy Christmas. Wendy, hello, darling. Michelle Jones, thank you. Everything yesterday, did ham and lasagna rolls this morning. Oh, you're so smart. So it's like, every time we drive, I would look for moose. I see no, and my little girl would come out, and Howie's really tolerant, and I don't give a crap what anybody thinks that I call him daddy or papa or father or granddad. That's how I've always referred to him to my kids and now my grandson. But still, there's a little girl inside of me that every once in a while feels safe coming out with Howie or close people I love, like my kids, right? And I'm telling you, every time we go on a drive and I'd see these moose crossing signs, I'd say, I don't see no moose, daddy. I don't see no moose, daddy. Where's your moose, daddy? Nobody see my moose, right? So on our wedding, now what are we this year? We're going to be 32 years. So on our 30th wedding anniversary, we went out to a steakhouse, but we were started to go, the place we were going was closed. So we were going into Hull. And we come around the corner to get on the 5 to go into Hull. And there was this cow moose on the wrong side of the highway. And anybody who knows anything about moose knows why she's when I say the wrong side of the highway, she's on the town side of the highway. And the swamp and woods side of the highway is on the other side. And she must have and she's trapped there, kind of, because she's on this section of grass. This is in July, right? Hey, Rosie, Merry Christmas. My maternal family tree is all from Quebec. Les Ascensions, Trois-Rivières. I know where that Trois-Rivières is. Saint-Jacques-de-Montcalm and Saint-Roch-de... I can't pronounce half that stuff. That's awesome. Sinead, hi, just me cooking for me, my mom of 83. Might be with Nan too. I'm not going to read the rest of that, but you know what? Enjoy it and make the memories. Make the memories. So anyway, I saw a moose. So we went out for dinner, had a beautiful steak dinner, and the moose was still there when we came back. So he pulled over and let me take pictures and a little video. It was one of the biggest moments of my life. I finally saw a moose after living over 20 years in Quebec. Hey, Frida. So, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. So, I feel like Laura Ingalls Wilder, when when they're just so, the long winter, and they've got nothing but a little bit of candy and a little bit of, oyster soup with, thinned out with basically water and a half a cup of milk and some cold canned oysters. But they were like, Carrie turned to her and said, "Does every Christmas get better than the last?" And she said, "Yeah, I think so." See, it didn't matter how poor they were or how little they had. They were grateful for what they had, and that Christmas was here again. This is the Mrs. Wolfe from our half-acre homestead, from our house to yours, saying, "I love you so much. And I hope you are surrounded by love, light, laughter, and the magic of the season. May we all wake up tomorrow reborn." Take care. God bless.